Hello, this is Matt Smith. I'm the president of AWB Engineers, and this morning we're talking about the TFC Poultry project that we are currently working on with Harman Construction in Winchester, Virginia. This project involves rather extensive renovation of an existing building. The building is rather old, as you can see, and some of the areas within the building did not meet the needs of TFC Poultry. The portion here towards the west that has remained is a precast concrete structure. It still remained in very good condition. The area to the south is a rack-supported freezer in very poor condition. This will be demolished or renovated at some point. And right here in the middle of the building is their office, two-story office space, and then they have other processing spaces and wastewater and auxiliary use here more towards the north. And this metal building that looks like the newest construction over here all the way to the north is a pre-engineered metal building, and it is a rather new construction. These buildings are added onto time and time again. You start with one central core area here in the middle of the building, and then you add something to the east and add something to the west, and it just evolves. So there's many different types of construction. And so it's always a challenge when you work in older buildings like this, because you have varying conditions that you have to address and find ways, and sometimes you have to be creative to marry the old with the new. Yeah, one of the challenges that we have with this project is the size of the building. It exceeds the allowable area that's in the current code, and when you do a renovation of this size and this magnitude, you have to bring the building up to current codes. So that was one of the challenges, is this building was non-compliant, was not code compliant to start the project. It also didn't have adequate egress out of the building. And I'm guessing this building was probably, the initial construction, probably dated back at least 50, 60 years. And then there were various additions that were done at different times. So the challenge was twofold. One is you've got to become code compliant, and we were able to do that by some selective demolition, but also improving egress paths out of the building, just to make it safer for the people that will eventually come to work here for TFC Poultry. And so we were able to meet that challenge. This part of the construction was a little different because the first floor is not built as a slab on grade. There's a crawl space underneath this floor. So this is a structural floor that we are butting up against. And our building will not have a crawl space. It will be a slab on grade. You'll see here along the existing building, we are pouring a new foundation wall. We felt that necessary because we didn't want lateral earth pressure pushing on the CMU foundation walls. So that's a little bit different, something you don't normally see in these types of buildings where you have crawl spaces underneath processing areas. We did in this case, and we had to come up with solutions to address that concern. This video does a nice job of showing a little bit of the challenges that we're facing here. To the left, you have a 16-foot tall precast structure with block walls. To the right, you have a 24-foot tall old freezer with insulated panels that are constructed out of 2x8 wood. And beyond, there's a portion of building that we kept. It's a mechanical room. So you have all these varying heights that we have to address and adjust to as we build our new building back within this space. So we'll bring new walls down to the tops of the old roofs, and it becomes challenging. You have to detail all that because the contractors who are providing the new walls, in order to order materials, they need to know how tall those walls need to be. So every one of these change in conditions has to be detailed. In order to meet TFC Poultry's needs, they need to bring in their product, and they also need to ship their product in an efficient manner. And the existing docks here along the south side of the building were inadequate for what they were going to do or what they want to do. We're building back out in front of this area a new dock. It's going to be taller than the existing roof height. It'll be designed to take advantage of newer technology and make it much more efficient from a cold storage standpoint. These rooms are going to be kept at 28 degrees or maybe 30 degrees. So we've designed the new dock to be energy efficient. One of the challenges, every time you open a dock door, cold air just falls out of the building. And we've designed it in such a way that will help them to be energy efficient and minimize the amount of loss through the dock doors. What was there just was inadequate and would not meet their needs long term. One of the odd things about this second floor office area was that you have a structural slab and then they poured concrete over top of it in order to get different elevations. And why you would ever really want to do that, I don't know the reasoning behind that. But the owner would like to come in here and take out this upper level of concrete, which is a tremendous amount of weight. And so the idea is to come in and demo this layer. When it's done, the entire second floor will be back at one elevation. New layout in the open office areas will be much more modern, and it'll be a totally different feel for the office areas and the people who work in those. One of the things that I really enjoy about working on renovation projects such as this is that you're in an industrial setting, but you're able to redesign the building or make renovations to a building and just give it new life. And it's it'll be a plus for TFC Poultry, and it'll be a wonderful processing facility for them. But it also is a plus for the community of Winchester, and it's something that we enjoy doing and take pride in.